Excuse me. Oh.
Oh, wait. Hey, do you need a hand with that?
No, I got it.
Oh,
I'm all
no,
good.
are you sure?
No,
It's
no,
gonna fall.
I got.
You dumb bitch. Hello? Hi, it's me, Lucy-Furr, and with me is Nery.
Hello.
Hi, Nery. How are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good.
I'm good. A bit
Say it
more-
again and I'll believe
I'm fantastic.
you.
I'm a bit more composed after last episode.
After
I
the-
think. I don't know. That was a lot.
After the chewing gum debacle.
Shh, don't.
Don't
Every
say
time
the
you
words.
mention it, the big pharmaceutical gum company gets $1. So just don't.
Okay. All right.
Never, ever.
I'm sure that $1
I
is
see
gonna
someone down the street chewing gum, I'm gonna catch a punch to the face.
punch him square in the face.
We're all good.
We're all good.
Everyone's alive. How's
Barely.
everyone at home? We've never asked that. How's everyone at home?
Yeah. How you doing?
How are you doing?
How you doing?
If you're here, probably not in the best place. But also, it's the best place you can be.
Yeah.
Home
We're
is
all-
where the fart is, I guess.
We're all mentally flourishing
Ill.
here. Yeah.
Mentally ill.
But ill like sick or ill like how Eminem would be like.
Ill.
Ill.
No, like we're mentally ill, like ill David. Yeah, so like it's fine, I guess.
Are you a? Because I'm just curious. Are you an Eminem fan, or do you listen to Eminem's
Look,
teachings?
I listened to like old school Eminem back in the day.
Yeah.
And then he went a bit like wild. I'm like,
Well, he got
"Oh,
like on hardcore
chill."
drugs
Yeah.
and
Yeah, he like
all that
went
shit.
down that path
Yeah.
for a while, and I'm like, oh no, man, like cleaning out my closet and shit like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, come on, let's go. And
That's the
then-
one song I can't fucking listen to.
Really?
Yeah,
Hush, little baby, don't say a word.
that's a good song, Mockingbird.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
Often when he writes about his daughter, you know that there's like such vicious love there. Like,
Yeah.
he would, and probably has taken a life for her.
Probably. It's
But
definitely.
I must admit, I am a bit impressed with his new release.
That's what I was gonna
Houdini.
say. What do you think?
The kids are gonna get gathered. Honestly, they aren't ready
Yeah.
for what Slim Shady, quote unquote, or Eminem's gonna be bringing.
I'm excited for the new
Um,
album.
And people are already like, "Oh my god, he spoke shit about Megan Stallion. Oh, he did this." I'm like, "Well, it's only gonna go downhill from here. We
Yeah.
started on a
On a
as
big old
Eminem,
diss track.
he's gonna gather you.
Yeah.
Everyone is gonna be humbled or shredded."
Like it's very early Eminem, which is good.
And it does. It tickles that whole nostalgia part of my brain. And like that's the thing. Look, I'm not saying Eminem is a good person. He's problematic. He's said some pretty fucked up things.
That's true.
Hurt a few people, etc. But also, I can appreciate someone who's not afraid to call people how they see them.
Yeah.
And that's kind of just what he does.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit excited that he's bringing back that part of it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, if these people need to be put in line, put them in line.
Yeah. 100%.
I'm just waiting for him to do a whole diss track for Sacha Baron Cohen because he hates this guy.
Does he really?
Yeah, there was like some award ceremony.
Yeah,
where
he,
he
like-
flew in and put his balls in his face.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah. Wow.
It was like the Grammys or the
One
Oscars
of
or some shit.
them.
Yeah.
One of the prestigious events.
No,
they
you were right
do.
the first time.
Yeah.
No, I listened to the new song and I was like, I don't know, and then I listened to it a couple more times and it's growing on me.
And the music video has all the little nods to all his old music videos and
Yeah.
stuff. I'm like, okay, you're taking the piss out of yourself, which I think is something that not enough people do.
Yeah, but he's been doing that.
He is coming for other people
Yeah.
or referencing or mentioning other people, but also he's ripping himself to pieces.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Although the fact that Pete Davidson's in that music video, I want
Who's Pete Davidson?
to. He's the one at the end of the music video that's like, I can drive. I just got my license back. He's from like Saturday Night Live or something.
Okay,
He was like engaged to Ariana Grande and
Oh, that
he's a
guy.
dropkick. I think he's attractive.
How is she? I'm worried about.
She's the
her.
bomb.
She doesn't look, huh?
She's the bomb.
She is, but she looks unwell.
I haven't seen anything about her in a long time.
She's gonna be Glinda in the Wicked movie.
You're right. She doesn't look well.
She doesn't look well.
She looks.
And I don't think the blonde hair.
I think
helps.
I think it's the blonde hair with her skin tone and stuff.
I do feel for her a lot though, because recently an old interview of hers has surfaced. And they're like, oh, so now that your career is kind of starting and you're taking off, what are your goals? What do you really want out of your stardom? She's like, I would love, my biggest dream is to play Alphaba on Broadway.
And she got Glinda
She's
in the
playing
movie.
Glinda. I'm like, fuck.
She's probably depressed as shit on that set.
Probably.
I'm not looking forward to that movie. Just quietly.
Look, when it was announced, my gay little heart was so fucking ready. And now I'm just like, okay. So as they're doing it in 2 parts, which is good because that's kind of how the book was.
Okay.
And how the musical was as well.
Have you seen the musical?
Yeah, I've seen it 3 times and I sobbed every time just because I get so overwhelmed and so happy about it.
I've seen it twice and it's fucking it's
so
magic.
Good.
Yeah.
The first time I went, I was really young and I went with like an aunt and we went and they did the intermission in the middle.
Yeah.
We left. We thought that was the end.
Oh, Jesus.
And we're like talking about it in the car. We're like, oh my God, that's so good. I'm like, oh, but I wonder what happens to this and what happens to that. And then I went the second time.
Yeah. You're about to leave.
I listened and they're like, yeah, we're going to take an intermission. Come back at this time and we'll continue. I'm like, hold on. They've expanded it. And my friend's like,
hold on. You've seen it 2.5 times.
I've seen it 2.5 times. And my friend's like, what do you mean? No, we're at the halfway mark. And I'm like, my whole fucking childhood.
So you've never been to a theater before that, I imagine?
No, because I was like a baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, and then I saw the whole thing. I'm like, oh,
this answers so many questions.
I understand. I get it. But no, I'm excited for it. The music video, the trailer gave me goosebumps. My hair stands up. As soon as it just starts, I'm like, yeah, okay. This is good. I'm excited to see what they do. I've enjoyed Ariana Grande's acting in the past.
Yeah. I've never seen her in anything.
She was in Scream Queens.
She was in Nickelodeon for forever.
Yeah, well, that was a whole different kettle of fish.
Yeah, have you seen that? I mean, we talked about documentary last time, but that Quiet on Set documentary, fuck.
Yeah, no, the documentary about all of that. We've actually talked about it so much. We should just start another podcast. Jesus Christ, we should just start like a registry of child actors who need a hug.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like check in and just ask them, are you okay?
Are you
like
alright?
Aftercare, bro. Like
that the Drake Bell story. Jesus Christ.
All of it. Just everything about it. Just
that's one person I was thinking about when I think I even mentioned it on the last episode when you were talking about Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
Amanda Bynes. That poor girl.
That poor girl.
Jesus. She is beyond in need of help.
Yes, producer.
Just a little 2 cents. The other day I was scrolling through a streaming service, just trying to find something to put on in the background while I did some crafting. And I saw the thumbnail for the Amanda show. And I had a pause. I was like,
if only you knew, kid.
Oh dear.
Fuck. Just thought I'd put that in there.
Yeah. Fair.
Although the movie Big Fat Liar,
that was a good
that's
one.
top. That's top tier.
Have you watched it in your adult life?
No, I haven't.
I would recommend against it.
Oh,
so
really?
my housemates and I wanted to watch a movie and we're like, fuck yeah, you know what? She's the man.
Okay.
So good. Such a good movie. We got 15 minutes into it and one of my housemates threw up.
Really?
From secondhand embarrassment.
Oh my God.
That movie was so bad. and we were only 15.5 minutes in.
Like, does she even do the the transformation at that point or whatever?
Yeah, so she just kind of started, and it's so cringe, it's so uncomfortable, and it's just not cute.
Really?
So we didn't watch it. I remember loving it. I'm like, wow, yeah, visibility. Oh, it's great.
It
No,
happens. Yeah.
no, none of that. But yeah, child stars need a pat on the back.
Yeah, they do. They need something. They, like you said, they need aftercare at least.
Yeah, but I think they need to. Yeah.
Well,
be
hopefully she's
careful.
getting the help she needs now.
Hopefully. But enough about them and more about us.
Yeah.
Or more about me and my dumb bitcheries. I have one story times 2.5 for you today.
Okay. Is there one story that leads off into?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm an adult. I am almost 30.
Yeah.
And there have been a few circumstances in my own home where I have almost died
Okay.
from my own stupidity.
Okay.
The first time, it's probably 8 o'clock at night. The sun's down. It's dark. I make myself some soup,
Okay.
and I make myself some toast to go with the soup.
Yeah.
Now,
Understandable.
have you ever put your bread in the toaster and as it's cooked, it's kind of like curved or bent or anything like that?
I don't think so.
Okay, so the bread did. Okay, it bent.
Was it like super like? Did you have it on a high setting or?
No, but like I don't know. It just bent in the toaster,
Okay.
and then when it went to pop up,
It didn't.
it didn't pop up because it was bent.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you do?
Oh, please don't tell me you put a fork or a knife in there. You did, didn't you? Oh, for fuck's sake!
What do you do, Nery? What do you do?
I don't know. That's a hard question. Because like you can reach it, but you probably burn yourself.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
So you got to grab something that'll help you fish it out.
Uh-huh.
But you can't put anything metal in there. I mean,
Well,
you turn off from the switch, wouldn't
aren't
you?
you just a fucking full of ideas, motherfucker? So I'm like, you know what? It's bent weird, so that means I can like skewer it through and just like leverage it out.
Okay, I see what you're doing. So
Yeah.
you're trying not to touch the
Yeah.
metal bits.
I've played Operation. I kind of understood the assignment.
Okay.
I stick the knife too far through the bread. It hits the bottom of the toaster.
Yeah.
It sparks flames. The whole power goes out. I'm in
Oh.
darkness with a sparking toaster with a knife sticking out of it.
But did you? So obviously, was it a full metal knife or did you have a plastic handle?
It was like it was a plastic handled knife.
Okay, so
luckily,
so you didn't like knock back.
no, but I could have died.
You could have died.
If that was an all metal knife, I
You would've been
probably, considering it shorted out the whole house,
Yeah.
whatever surged through would have surged through my
Oh
body.
my god.
I probably would have died.
Yeah.
That was quite horrific.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I was plunged into darkness.
Mm. So these three almost death scenarios, they one after the other the same night.
Not the same
Oh,
night,
okay.
no. Different occasions, which I think
Like
is
the lights went out
worse.
and I turned around and I ran into the
And then I tripped over and I hit my head. And then, so it was pitch black, and I'm like, oh god. And then I'm fumbling around trying to find my phone, which was in the opposite room. So I'm like, oh, and I get it, and I'm like, what do I do? All the power's turned out. I've never
Yeah.
had to deal with this before. I never had to go to the power breaker or anything.
Yeah.
So I had to learn real fucking quick. Went out and I'm like, there's 3 switches with like, have you ever looked in your?
Yeah.
It's weird. I
It's-
don't
I don't-
quite understand it because off is on and it's
And
just
every house I've been in, this one included, like there's always writing on the switches,
right.
but they're always faded.
Yeah,
you
I'm
can't
like,
tell
what does
what
that
the
fucking mean? Engrave it.
Yeah, do something like use a permanent marker, not a faded one.
But yeah, so I did it. Got the power back on.
Nice.
Crisis averted. The toast was burnt charcoal
I can
because
imagine.
of the surge.
Yeah.
The soup was cold. I just poured it down the sink.
Oh,
and I'm like, you know
no.
what? I'm just gonna go to bed.
Oh, you didn't eat?
No.
Fair enough.
Can't you tell I'm withering away?
How long ago was that?
That was like so long ago.
Oh, okay.
Like
Years ago?
6 months? No, I'm joking.
Yesterday.
Probably like, what's the number after 6? 7 years ago.
Okay.
Around 7 years ago. Then
You're a baby back then.
I was a baby back then. Then I move into a different house.
Yeah.
With a friend, and she's sitting in the lounge room watching something, and I'm like, oh, let's make, what was it? Crumpets?
Okay.
No, not crumpets. I don't eat
English
crumpets.
muffins?
Yeah, with egg.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like an English muffin. Yeah, that's the one. I don't eat crumpets because they have holes in them, and I think that's fucking gross. Just a little fun
That's fair.
fact.
I eat both.
Yeah. So I'm making those. I'm like, do you want any? And she's like, no. So English muffins are shorter.
Yeah.
So they didn't pop it up enough for me to reach with my fingers.
You and toasters. Jesus Christ. You don't want to cut it in half?
Well, yeah, like it was cut in half, but
Oh.
they're too like short.
Oh, they are short.
In
Yeah,
the
yeah,
toaster.
yeah.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying now.
So I couldn't reach it.
Yeah.
What do you do now? What do you do, Nery?
I don't know. Use chopstick. No, I don't know. Try to
I
get
should
it
get
out.
chopsticks.
You should
to
get
prevent
chopsticks.
this from ever happening.
Did you use a knife again?
No,
Oh.
because the knife is what blew up last
So
time.
you learned that
So I got
a fork.
kitchen tweezers.
Oh yeah, like tongs.
Tongs.
Yeah, kitchen tweezers.
Tongs.
Yeah. See, I would have said tongs, then I remembered they're metal too.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, these will work. It's fine.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yep. That
You know
didn't
what
work.
happened?
You shorted everything out again.
Everything turned off, and my housemate's like, "What the happened?" And I'm like, "Nothing happened. It's
I don't
fine.
know.
It's nothing." Me
It's the
chucking
storm
the
outside.
tongs across the kitchen, trying to hide the evidence, trying to shake the toaster on its side to like tip the English muffins out and be like, "It's nothing. I don't know. Maybe we just had a blackout."
But like, so the tongs are metal.
Yep.
You didn't feel that one?
I got a zap.
Oh, okay.
A little tiny one.
Yeah.
But that's why I threw it across
Yeah.
the kitchen.
Fucking hell. So you're 0 for 2 for toasters.
Yeah. So I promised 2.5.
Yeah. What was the half? Is that so? There's the 2.
That's the 2.
What's the half? I'm worried.
So half. So after that,
Yeah.
my friend chewed me out so
The one
fucking
you live with.
hard. Her and others.
Jesus.
Because I'm like, oh my God. Or she would tell them and they'd be like, Lucy, don't fucking stick metal things in toasters. I got chewed out so hard.
Yeah.
I'm home alone.
Oh fuck.
I had a few wines.
Yeah.
I'm making myself toast. We've been here before.
Yeah. Okay. Don't tell me this one bent too.
No, this look, okay. The toast pinched.
Okay.
It's a different problem every time.
Okay.
Had pinched in the bottom. So it had popped up,
But it hasn't.
but as I pulled it, half of the toast broke off.
Okay.
So there's half of bread in the toast, half of toast in the toaster.
Yeah.
So it's even deeper than the English muffin.
Yeah. And stuck
But
apparently.
breadier than yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nery, for a third time, what do you do?
At this point, I would walk away. I would be like, the toast can have
I'm not a pussy.
The toaster can have it.
I'm not a pussy.
it. Is it being a pussy or is it being a little bit intelligent?
Here's what we did. I
Yes.
reached over the kitchen bench.
Yeah.
I flicked the PowerPoint off.
Okay. All right.
I unplug it.
Okay. That's
And I
something.
lay the toaster on its side. I get the wooden spoon out of the drawer.
Okay.
And I drag the toast out.
Yeah.
I win.
You got it.
I win toast after a third time.
Okay.
It only took me 3 times.
At least you unplugged it. That's good. Because I was worried you were going to stick like something else in there. Or like you went in to grab it or something. So you got it out.
I got it
You didn't
out.
get zapped.
I didn't get
No
that.
blackout.
No
Whew,
blackout.
nice.
No one died. No burns. Nothing.
That's good.
Fucking hell.
I would have just threw it out and bought new toast.
And these, mind you, these are all big increments of time apart. Like years and then months.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how? Literally, it all flew through my head. I'm like, oh, bloody, a fork will grab it. And I'm like, no, forks and metal are bad.
It's not that metal and metal is like metal and toast, but I get what you're saying.
So, yeah, I did the whole fucking thing.
But at least you got it in the end.
I got it in the end.
Yeah.
And now I know metal doesn't go in a toaster.
And you got to unplug it first. That's great. That's funny.
Just a simple task like making toast. I mean, you can't even make this shit
But
up.
at least you knew that no forks. Like that was something.
That was, yeah, no metal things. And I got a wooden spoon and that worked.
Yeah, that worked.
And,
At least your
singed
knife
a
had
bit,
a
that was fine.
had a plastic handle.
Luckily,
Yeah.
God,
'Cause
I'd
that
love
could've
to know
been-
how many electroshocks I've received that have like jump started my heart and brain. That's why I'm here.
That's
The fact that I'm still alive is a miracle.
electricity like that freaks me out sometimes. Like sometimes I'm very gentle when it
Isn't
comes to
it
stuff
wild
like
that you can hear it?
Yeah.
No, it freaks me out a little bit.
Like apparently they say we never hear complete silence because of all the energy and electricity around us. It's fucking weird. Like we don't know what complete
and you'd
silence
believe it
sounds
because
like.
if you go out into the middle of the paddock and just sit there, it's different. It
Yeah.
feels different because
does.
that's why.
Yeah. It's
Imagine touching grass. Jesus Christ.
So like horse, like something. Well, maybe not horses, but like an animal that lives a long time. Like they must have shit themselves the first time they heard electricity.
Right?
They must be like, "What the fuck?"
What is going on?
Like an old
dude.
dog at the time.
But yeah, so don't entrust me with your toaster or making toast
Oh,
because it's never gonna.
At least it's only toasters. You may need to get one of those like a sandwich press.
I've got one of those.
Oh, use
but
that.
it's different because it's just two spicy plates,
Yeah.
and it freaks me out.
Does it really?
What if you put your little hand in there and it's intrusive thoughts? Do you have those?
Oh yeah. Who doesn't?
All the fucking time.
Yeah.
I'm like, what if I just
What if I just did it? I find
my whole palm,
I find my like thinking, and I'm like, just stop thinking that shit.
or like this is why I'd be scared to drive. It's like I could just.
I do think that sometimes. I'm like,
Like, what if I?
like the car's coming. I'm like,
I'm
just...
enough of a hazard just on two legs.
But you do well on your two legs. You dance around and shit. That's more than most people
That's
do.
true. And to this day, I've only ever fallen over once in my adult life.
Really?
Yeah, and that makes me feel pretty.
That's
fucking
pretty good.
considering how many of my friends fall over and break limbs and shit.
Yeah. I've fractured arms. I've never broken anything.
The one time I did fall over, however, this is a fun little
Tidbit.
story as well. I was walking down the street with my friend, and I like stepped off a footpath and there was a divot, and I like fell onto my knees on grass.
Okay.
Like it was a really pathetic fall. It's not like I had a fall. I just fell over.
You just fell over.
I'm not at that age yet. At what age would you say you go from falling over to having a fall? 35? 30?
No, I think
40, 50, 70.
I don't know. It depends on like some people have them early.
Yeah,
Some people
okay.
have them later. I think it depends how you are on your legs.
That's true.
Like, yeah, some people continuously fall in their 40s. Some people don't fall until they're 90, I guess.
That's true. Well, I fell over.
Okay.
I didn't have a fall.
Yeah.
But I fell over. My friend was beside me and they were talking. And they're like, 1 minute I was talking to you and I looked back and you were just gone. And I looked back and you're on the ground. But when I fell, this man was walking past me and saw me fall
Yeah.
and goes, ha ha,
What a
laughed
dick.
at me. But as he laughed at me, he took an extra step and had his finger second knuckle deep up his fucking nose, picking it.
Gross.
Laugh at me, you booger picking turd.
You should laugh at him from the ground.
I didn't know how to process it. I'd just fallen over for
Yeah.
the first time in my adult
Somewhere
life. I'm
picking
like,
his brain. It's like,
what's happened? That's never happened before.
yeah.
And he's like giving himself a lobotomy in public with his finger,
That's
laughing
great.
at me.
Yeah. Look in the mirror, motherfucker.
Fuck off. Eat lick rust.
Lick Ross. Yeah, exactly. Eat glass, you son of a bitch. Yeah, people are rude. There was one time.
At band camp.
Yeah. There was one time, I won't say names, but someone fell over. And there was a person walking their dog on the other side of the road and saw them fall over and just kept walking.
I hate that.
Like, help a motherfucker out.
Ugh, people are just gross.
People are gross.
I think that people need to not
Exist?
Yeah, people just everyone, this is a special announcement. All members of Earth, please board the rocket ship to your left. Get on, take a seat, fuck off to the sun.
Yeah. It'll take you 17 years. You can think about what you've done.
17 years?
Yeah, I told you that. haven't I?
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah. Did I say it on the podcast? I think I did.
Yeah. Or 8 minutes if you're just light.
8 minutes, yeah. That was crazy, that fact that I
That's
found out
hectic.
yesterday.
It's funny because, that was a question at trivia
Mm.
was how long does it take for light to get from the sun to Earth? And it's 8 or 9 minutes.
I just wrote 8 minutes because I was like, I don't know.
And then the producer, in all her glory, was like, but does sound travel faster? And to her,
Then I had
I
to-
say, there's no sound in space, babe.
And also, we
Well,
see lightning
fuck
before we
you.
hear thunder.
Look, I was not in my right mind. I'm a dumb bitch.
You can't just whip it out whenever it suits you.
That's
That's what I do. Only
I'm
I
dumb.
can do that.
I'm dumb. I had a dumb bitch moment, alright? My brain was not firing on all cylinders.
Or any.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is it ever?
I'd woken up early multiple days in a row.
Fair.
I don't sleep well at night.
I just thought it was funny.
It
It's
was
not
just
often
fun.
I get to point out a dumb bitch because
yeah.
I'm usually at the bottom of the barrel.
Look, it was funny at my own expense,
It was
I
quite funny.
guess.
But isn't it wild to think that if the sun blew up, we wouldn't know about it
For 8 minutes.
until we're dead for 8 minutes?
That's
I hate
nuts.
this. hate this
Existential. I
No,
love
thank
this
you.
fact.
Speaking of facts,
Facts, let's. Do you got some for me?
I do.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, so I had facts last episode, but we said adieu to Mandela effects instead.
Don't say them. You give them power.
Oh no. Can't have
Yeah.
that.
But so we've got the facts for this week.
Yes, so I got facts for this week.
Yay.
So, did you know, I'll start with that,
Okay.
Victorian British people, so British people in the Victorian era,
British, yeah.
British, they would eat mummies.
That like jerky?
No. So what they would do is they would ground them into dust, like all their bits and pieces, and medical practitioners believe they had come up with a source for new healing, that came from human bodies. So mumia, as they called it, was given to the social elite for everything from headaches to heart attacks.
And 6 months later, the Black Plague started.
Probably.
Fucking idiots. First, I don't even know what to. I have numerous things to say.
Mm.
I don't know how to prioritize any of them because the disrespect.
I know.
The dig up a tomb. I'm assuming this is like Egyptian mummies.
I imagine.
Yeah.
So mummies are rare today because of this reason.
Yeah.
So I
Because
imagine
they
it is
ate
Egyptian.
them.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Probably
Like,
snorted them too.
probably. They're like, rubbed it on the inside of their butthole because that's how people do things these days. Like, you know what I'm going to put in gonna sprinkle on my cornflakes? Some of that mummy powder from the shop.
From the medical practitioner.
And they believe that helped them.
Well, I mean, they did it for a long time, so they must have
And I'll
thought
tell you what else lasted a long time. The Black
the
Plague.
plague. Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck?
That's crazy. It was nuts when I
Let
found that
the
out.
dead lie. Have some respect. Don't eat things. Don't desecrate graves.
Yeah.
And just fucking. I think the bar's pretty low for humanity to be like, don't put this in your mouth.
Yeah. Well, you'd be
But
surprised.
here we
Here we are.
sticking knives in toasters and putting
It's snorting mummies.
snorting mummies. Don't do that.
No.
You just can't fucking help yourselves.
Fucking Victorians.
Far out.
Victorian British.
Yo, producer.
I knew that fact. And you want to know how I knew that fact?
How did you knew
If
that
you say
fact?
TikTok.
Horrible histories.
Oh,
I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know it from that.
remember horrible history.
That fact was accurate.
Oh Jesus.
Love it. I. Could you just imagine going to a cemetery and digging it up, powderizing the body you find,
Yeah.
and being like, "I'm gonna snort this. I'm gonna take it to a club and
I
snort
get a
it with my
headache.
mates."
You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to take. Well, they probably didn't have aspirin back then, but I'm going to take mummy instead of medicine.
Yeah. What did they call it?
Mumia.
Mumia.
Mumia. Yeah.
Mumia. Fucking. Get
Or
fucked.
mumia or whatever the fuck.
Just can't help themselves. Their corsets were obviously way too tight.
Obviously.
Men and women. Ugh. Next.
Next. So, in the coasts of Canada and Alaska, orca whales, which I love orca whales, but
Love.
still, orca whales have been observed attacking moose, or meese, or however you want to say it, attacking moose that are swimming, although it is uncommon. On the other hand, humans are the only known killers of orcas,
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
which I didn't know that.
That's-
I thought they had
That's
predators, but they do not. We are the
No,
only.
they're like the beasts of the ocean.
Yeah, they are.
I love them.
Yeah, me too.
If I was to reincarnate, I'd be an orca.
Yeah. My next tattoo is going to be an orca tattoo, I think.
Love that.
Mm.
We've talked about moose pie.
Mises?
Mises?
I think it's just moose. I'm pretty sure the plural for moose is
Moose?
moose.
I fucking hate the English language. Moose. I'm pretty sure we've talked about moose on the
We
podcast
have, yeah,
before,
yeah. They freak
and
you
that
out.
they're big and terrifying.
Mm.
I'm so glad that something's putting them in their place.
So apparently, like they swim from, like in Canada and Alaska, they swim from like land to hunt and stuff.
Oh,
in that
then
swim,
the orcas like
Boosh!
get them.
But there's only been like 2 or 3 documented sightings of this.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's happened twice or thrice,
Yeah.
is
I mean, and I think I'm not shocked that as humans who are like, yeah, you know what we're gonna do? Kill this big thing.
Yeah.
Because
I'll put it in
only
the-
we can be the biggest killers on the
Yeah.
planet.
or put it in SeaWorld and watch it die slowly.
Yeah.
you
Or
ever
like
watched-
sharks? Sharks can't be held in captivity
No,
because they headbutt the glass till they die.
they what? Sorry,
Headbutt the glass until they
do
die.
they really?
Yeah.
Jesus, I didn't know that.
That's why I don't really approve of aquariums.
Yeah.
Like I would never go to Sydney Aquarium because
I went there once and I got real depressed. I'm like, I'll never come back here.
no, it's upsetting. And I'm pretty similar in the same with zoos.
Yeah,
Circuses, not a chance. If
Yeah.
they've got anything
Like
bigger than a
lions or-
dog,
yeah.
like if they have a dog, that's fine. It sleeps in the vans with them.
Yeah, it's
They-
probably someone's pet.
Yep.
Yeah.
If they've got lions and horses and stuff, no, I'm sorry. You're not getting my money because that's fucked up.
Yep.
And look, as kind of the same with zoos.
Yeah.
I think the only zoo I've ever been to that had a significant enclosure for their big cats was probably Mogo,
Okay.
because it's like a whole
It's a whole land thing.
field.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't mind zoos, but I do get kind of
It
sad when
upsets
you see
me.
big cats in like a teeny tiny
Yeah.
enclosure. Like Nara Zoo, their enclosure is so small and they got the most beautiful albino lions.
Yeah.
But they also got magpies, so
Yeah, look. No, okay. So I went actually a few weeks ago to the zoo
Yeah.
for an excursion. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay. The lions are a bit upsetting. And
Yeah.
they were just sleeping. I'm like, well, what else?
they
are
were
you
sleeping
gonna
when we
do?
went there too. I think
Did
that's
they- are
all
they
they
just
did. I think they're dead.
I shouldn't laugh, but like,
They're taxidermied.
but I'm like, oh yeah. And then they've got like the freaky little monkey ears.
Yeah, the
just-
little pygmy things.
Yeah, and the ugly ones from Night in the Museum. Them ones. Capuchin.
Oh yeah.
Yuck. They freak me out.
Yeah.
But and then I go into the petting zoo area,
Yeah.
and there's like goats and pigs and llamas.
still got
and
the horse there?
chickens and a horse.
Yeah.
And 2 dachshunds.
Yeah, so the dashies belong to the owner.
Okay. Okay. And so they just hang out for
They
the
just
day.
hang out in the field.
Okay.
When
Because
we're-
I'm just like, they've got their own little pen.
Yeah, so
They're
when,
not an exotic dog. every second person in Nara has 2 dash hounds at this point.
guilty. We
Not a read, just a fact.
so we went there maybe about a year and a half ago. One of the dashies were pregnant, and we're like, "What the fuck is the story with these dash hounds? Did you like rescue them?" They're like, "You're in the zoo now," but no, they belong to the
Catch 'em
owners.
in the wild.
And when the owners go out, when they're away in Sydney or whatever, they'll put them with the petting animals because they want to be around other animals.
Aw.
Yeah.
Okay, cute. All right. Yeah, I was just really confused. I'm like, it's not like they're an exotic animal, and like,
But I mean, they have a horse. A
in the
horse isn't
terms
very
of, like,
exotic either.
exotic-y dogs or like petting zoo animals.
Yeah.
Dash hounds aren't like that category of interesting.
Yeah.
Like they're cute, they're interesting enough.
But I wouldn't want to go
they're
to a
not,
zoo
like,
to see him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
If I want to see a wiener dog, I'll go to the hot dog stand.
Nice.
Wiener dog.
Wiener dog.
Damn, okay. And number
Number
3,
three.
because we love doing an even 3.
We do. I'm a big fan of 3s for some reason. So male. This one made me kind of chuckle.
Okay.
So male honeybees, when they ejaculate, they
Nery.
ejaculate so powerful that it makes their. I wrote schlong because it made me laugh.
Schlong.
It makes their schlong explode, and they
The whole
die.
penis. What?
imagine.
Just come to death.
Imagine having it so good.
I'm gonna dead.
And the lady honeybee's like, "The fuck?
What the hell?
Yeah." So apparently, they come so hard that they explode. The penis explodes and they die.
That's so fucked up.
It made me laugh so hard. I was in the shop. I was in front of Coles writing this.
Yeah.
I just started cracking up. I'm sure I got some weird looks, but it was so funny.
Just scrolling. So they finish and their dick just
Explodes.
explodes.
Like it's just so powerful that
Damn. That had the best orgasm of his life.
you gotta hope so. If
The
not,
only orgasm of his life.
it would suck that if it was disappointing.
So like,
She's just starfishes the whole time.
how are their bees?
I imagine they still.
Because like, wait. Is the queen the only lady?
That's what I've heard. But these are honeybees. I don't know if it's the same thing as like other bees.
Because there would have to be more than just the one female.
Well, I've heard.
Producer, help.
I believe, I'm going to fact check this, but I believe that much like with ants, the queen is the only one that has the ability to breed. But
Oh.
I always
I
thought.
could be wrong.
I always
I'm
thought
going
the
to
queen
fact
was
check
the
it
only
for us.
female.
All right, producers on that.
Okay.
That's crazy.
That is.
No, there would have to be more than just the one female bee because she would be spitting out. I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah. But I do
They're
know
not
that
like eating all the females.
unless that's how different colonies are made, like
I
Like, all the
guess.
females
and then
fly
the
off.
female flies off. All right, producer, you got answers for us.
Hives include one queen, hundreds of drones, and thousands of worker bees. The worker bees are female, but
Oh.
do not breed.
Okay.
The queen bee is female and creates all the babies for the hive. The drone bees are male and do not have a sting.
That checks out.
okay.
Men are
Fuck those
drones.
poor lonely worker bitches.
So wait, imagine I need a fuck B movie. I need a B movie where they fall in love and they can't do anything about it.
that
Like
would be
Romeo and
so
Juliet,
cute,
but
yeah.
like
Like they got to run away together or something.
Right?
But it's like going to be a worker
start
bee
their
and a
own
drone
little
bee.
hive. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And-
yeah.
Sorry, just another interjection of how do they decide who is the queen?
Yeah.
She's the
Uh,
biggest.
so-
She's
There
the
are
biggest bee on in the hive.
There are several factors that influence it. But there are like basically nurse bees do a preferential like selection full of sisters who become possible queens. And they will generally be the most well nourished of larvae.
Damn.
Oh, so I
they're
was
just
right. It is the
fat
biggest.
toddlers.
It is it is the biggest bee in the playground.
Damn.
That's fair.
That's why I don't want to lose weight because I keep my status as queen bee. Wow.
yeah.
Okay, I love that.
The more you know.
Oh, the more you know. So, kind of different, but kind of similar.
Mm.
I heard this story once, about warning. This next story does contain graphic images that will be burnt into your brain.
Okay.
That's your warning. Right. So, I heard this story once about this guy who was going to Pound Town and on this other person, and they were both like, yeah, this is so good. And then the other person's like, did you come? It was like, no. And they're like, oh, okay. It just feels wet. He's like, oh, what the fuck? No? What? Okay, that's weird. And they turn the light on. There's blood everywhere. And then the guy who was doing the deed was like, yeah, I must have like
Oh, he thought it was
obliterated this person.
Oh,
right?
Jesus.
No, the blood was coming from him
Yeah.
because he snapped his frenulum. Could be wrong.
Is that the
Frenulum.
Is that the
That's
part
like-
that connects the foreskin to the
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Snap. The whole thing.
Huh.
He had to. Bottom line, he had to get an emergency circumcision.
Oh my God.
But he literally fucked his dick off like a bee. That's the human equivalent, I guess.
Yeah,
It was
I
just-
imagine.
Pissing out with blood. That's wild.
I know a story similar to that. Again, male and female going at it, and he's on his on his hand,
Yep.
the missionary.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens. He slips, and the side of his penis hits the wall of her vagina,
Oh,
splits his foreskin all the way down, like
Oh my
the
goodness.
the outside layer,
force. Oh,
but whoa,
oh,
blood everywhere.
Jesus
As well.
Christ! Imagine, just like that's hectic.
Yeah.
That's hectic.
I-
That's probably very graphic, listeners.
That's why I don't have
and
sex.
I apologize, but I don't really. If bees can do it, people can do it too. It's allowed.
Yeah, if bees can blow their penis, so can humans.
I just think that their schlongs explode.
And they die. That's the most
death.
Dead.
Died doing what he loved.
Yeah.
He's like, wow, this is fun. I've never done this before. Bang, dead.
You think the queen's just like, again? Fuck.
Oh my god. Is that just
She
like
just
a
has
pile of bee corpses next to her?
She
Or
just
is
has
it like a one? What's the birth the
birth rate?
pregnancy period of a bee? Like
Gestational.
yeah, that one. I wanted to say gestational, but that sounds like food. So if one bee completes,
Yeah,
does
How-
that mean she's good for like a month and then pops out
a baby. bee.
how many babies?
A baby.
A bajillion? A baby? One. Or is she fucking spitting? Fucking spitting.
It's a fucking.
A conveyor belt.
It's a conveyor belt. Yeah.
Like
She
how many
just-
babies per penis explosion? And how often? I guess.
Yeah, that's crazy. And like, are
Bees,
they lining
they're
up?
not going extinct from humans.
They
They're
go-
fucking themselves to death.
And is there like a lineup? Like, is the guy behind the one in front
Like,
of him going,
fuck,
"Shit,
hurry
fuck,
up."
God damn it! I don't want to die today."
So obviously, the bee's hive has cells made of wax. This is where the queen lays her eggs. She can lay up to 1,500 eggs in one day.
Jesus.
In one
In
day.
One day.
Yes,
Fucking hell.
1,500.
No.
And
they're
when
still
the
going
larvae
extinct,
hatch, They
Jesus.
are then fed by worker bees.
Okay.
Okay. So she just spits and runs.
She's like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
Fucker.
You know what I found out the other day? Actually.
Yeah.
So
Deadbeat mum. Bees. Yeah.
So if you have like a beehive, right?
Yeah.
Like outside your house, and you need it to be removed. Oh, yes, producer.
Sorry. Just also on that, because I had to Google this separately. Honeybee larvae hatch from their eggs in 3 to 4 days.
Fair enough. Okay.
Shit. Wow.
That's your gestational period right there.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. So if you have a beehive outside, and you get beekeepers to remove them.
Yeah.
So what they do is they'll take the queen, obviously, and then they wait for everyone to follow. But they'll tag the queen.
Yeah.
Like,
We've talked about
oh, that
this.
was with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So they often mark it with like nail polish
Yeah.
on the butt.
Yeah.
Little blue spot on her
Did we talk
booty.
about this on here?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's my 3 facts.
Fuck, man. That's wild.
I think they were good facts this week.
Those are good facts.
Mm.
It's good facts this week.
Good. I'm glad.
Damn, that's crazy. I fuck themselves to death. Gee whiz.
Mm.
Ugh, gross. Gross. Nery. You googled that in public?
Yeah, I didn't even do it on incognito mode. That's full search history right there.
What do you mean incognito mode? What are you trying to hide, Nery? I've
Nothing.
never used incognito.
I've never
mode.
looked
I
at
look up
pterodactyl.
My Google searches would be fucking wild. It'd be like,
Wait,
how do you
pterodactyl
spell pterodactyl? What happens when a bee comes? Like the Googles I'm gonna do after this.
your algorithm, I think, is all over. Like you're gonna get the weirdest ads.
The FBI agent assigned to my phone is just like, what is this person doing?
I quit. You do not pay me enough for this shit.
But like at 3 a.m. they searched. Do are Care Bears real?
How do you perform the Care Bear stare?
Stares longingly for affection from parents.
That is not how you do the Care Bear stare.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't care enough.
Yeah.
Right. So, you got some dumb bitches. I got some dumb bitch. You got some dumb bitch.
Yeah, I think. Did I go first last week?
Yeah.
No, you
so
go
I'll
first
go
this
this
week.
time.
Yeah.
This week I shall say that my dumb bitch is Pippin from Lord of the Rings.
I was
talked
waiting.
about-
I was
well,
waiting for
yeah.
Pippin.
We talked about Frodo way back.
Yeah, yeah. I think that was episode one.
Episode 1. But Pippin is a self-explanatory dumb bitch, but also Pippin pulled it together. Pippin inspired the king to eat tomatoes really grossly, and like,
You mean Denethor?
yeah, the steward.
The steward of
sorry.
Gondor, yeah. Get him.
Get out. He saved Gandalf.
He did.
He did.
To be fair, he saved Faramir as well, really.
Yeah,
Mm.
he saved Pinnacle people.
Yeah.
So yeah, Pippin's important,
Pippin is.
but he's a fucking dumb bitch.
He becomes a lovable dumb bitch by the end.
He's a lovable dumb bitch, but through the first and second movie, it just shut up, Pippin.
Yeah, it's like, stop moving, stop breathing.
Stop.
Just shut the fuck.
Just stop.
But
And the first time we like see him is like stealing fireworks, and then the second time we see him is like looking for special mushrooms. I'm like,
that's right.
I get you.
And he's like, yeah.
They win a battle and they get stoned on like old Toby.
That's right.
Fierce.
And they find like a full cooked chicken in the middle of like the raging river that's coming through. And he's like, oh, food.
Food. What about second breakfast and third breakfast? Me, literally
Oh,
every day.
That's the one time I related with Pippin. He's like, what about
think-
11sies, onesies?
I relate
Afternoon
too
tea.
hard to Pippin.
Yeah,
Like the curiosity killed the cat situation of it all.
yeah. When he grabs the ball, I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
And he's like looks into it and he fucking.
Yeah.
And then Aragorn's like, bring that over here. And Aragorn starts losing his shit.
Yeah.
It's like, Pippin, you dumb
You
motherfucker.
little idiot. But
But I think that movie does a good job of making everyone very kind of sympathetic by the end and care and like you care
and
for
if
them.
they weren't, they're dead.
Well, I mean, even Boromir by the end of his life.
I mean, that's true, but I'm thinking other characters. Oh, you mean like main characters?
Yeah, yeah. I don't
Okay.
mean like Saruman and shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I love Saruman. He's my favorite character out of all of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love
Yes.
Christopher Lee. He's
So Christopher Lee, R.I.P. He stopped the filming at least 3 times during the process of Lord of the Rings. Like in his death scene in The Return of the King, that was cut.
yeah.
If you've watched the circumcised version, he gets stabbed in the back and falls off the tower.
Yeah.
He stopped filming there. He's like, I was in special services.
He was in World War II, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what it sounds like when someone gets stabbed in the back. It sounds like this.
Yeah.
And then critique them, and everyone on set was like, "What the fuck?"
That's what he was badass.
He was the original Dracula.
Yep.
He was in a metal band.
I was gonna say
He was knight.
that. He actually
He
met.
played Count Dooku and Saruman in the same year.
That's fucking nuts.
yeah.
He met J.R. Tolkien.
Yeah. fucking
What a legend.
wild.
What a legend.
Wild. So, and his voice,
Yeah.
oh,
So unique, but in the best way.
yeah.
Um,
I love Smash.
I was gutted when he passed away.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm,
But he's got a hell of a legacy.
yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway,
Who's your dumb bitch?
my dumb bitch is so. I'm kind of taking a step in the direction that you did last week, where it's real fake.
Okay.
So my dumb bitch of the week is Mikey Day he's the host of Is It Cake?
Okay.
So I watched 2 seasons of Is It Cake and I couldn't stand him.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy fucking sucks. I don't care if he's on Saturday Night Live, he blows. Like, I just thought he's the worst host. Like, he's just the pain in the ass. But I don't know, this season he's kind of grown on me, unfortunately.
Wait, is this the guy who was the host when you showed me the episode?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But he's been growing on me this season. Like, he's kind of like...
Herpes also grows, Nery, but you shouldn't leave it untreated.
That's true. And then I saw a couple of clips of him on Saturday Night Live. He's actually pretty funny, and I was like, God damn it.
Whatever I saw that you showed me, he was unbearable.
I don't remember what I showed you. You remember the episode?
They were toilets. I remember that the cakes were toilets.
Yeah, probably.
That's it.
Um,
And it's just like, potty. I'm like,
yeah.
stop it.
Like, a lot of his shit, and I guess he gets... I'm pretty sure he
Sit in
gets
the
a script,
corner.
but still, like...
just can't help himself.
But this season he's been kind of... I wouldn't say lovable. I'm going to go as far as, like, lovable. But he's been endearing.
Listen, if I want to watch a show with a lovable host and cake, I'm gonna watch Nailed It with
Nailed
Nicole
It
Byers.
is amazing.
Nicole Byers, chef's kiss.
Oh,
She's so
she's great.
funny. She's fantastic.
Yeah. She's like... Well, in the first season, I was like, she is
Unhinged.
loud.
She is loud.
Like, you know, when they get, like, they press the button and it's like a panic or something,
Yeah.
and the camera fucking wobbles out,
I
and she's
love
like,
it.
it's a power. And I'm like, oh, fuck off.
I love her.
But by the end of it, I was like,
I don't think I could handle her for real in person.
oh my.
But I'd
Well,
love
she'd
to
have to put it
wine
on,
with
though.
her.
Like, do you ever watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah.
So she plays Doug Judy's sister, Trudy Judy.
Oh, okay. Judy.
Trudy Judy.
Trudy Judy, okay.
And she's like, she's Nicole Byers.
Yeah.
But, like, she has one mode.
Yeah.
But in it, she's like, yeah, she's lovable.
I mean, she was the same in her comedy special.
I haven't seen it.
Maybe she's just loud. I would love to hang out with her and, like, have some wine.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
I
I
get
think
you.
she'd be fun.
I think she'd be
And
fun too.
eat cake.
Good cake. I think she just wants good cake in her life.
Mm.
Like,
Don't we all?
fuck yeah.
Ugh, I fucking
We got carrot cake waiting for us too.
yeah. How good's that? You know what? Scrap this shit. Let's go eat carrot
Let's go
cake.
carrot cake.
You know where to find us.
Yeah.
ydbp24
Nice.
at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Stories for me. Fucked facts for Nery.
Put them in the subject so we know what we're looking for.
Yeah. And with that, you guys can go
Eat carrot
away.
cake.
And we are gonna go eat carrot cake.
Yeah.
Don't fuck too hard and blow your penises off.
Or do
Or do.
if that's how you want to live or not live.
Bye.
Bye.